What is happening, sports fans? The Roger Report is back with a rapid-fire rundown of the biggest headlines hitting the sports world right now. We're talking playoff clinches, incredible coaching calls, and some serious locker room drama. Get ready, because the action is heating up and you do not want to miss a second of this. First up, we're diving deep into the Indiana Fever's unbelievable playoff clinch and how coach Stephanie White is silencing her critics after an absolutely wild season. But that's not all. We've got rising star Sophie Cunningham speaking out about the sick joke that's been plaguing her team. Then we'll catch up with Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexi Hull as they celebrate that massive playoff spot. And finally, we'll break down exactly where you can catch the Indiana Fever's regular season finale against the Minnesota Lynx. Stick around, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and let's get into it. Indiana Fever coach Stephanie White proves doubters wrong with playoff berth. The Indiana Fever have officially clinched a spot in the WNBA Playoffs, and head coach Stephanie White is finally getting the recognition she deserves. After a season filled with intense scrutiny, injuries, and player departures, White has defied the odds, leading her team to the postseason for the second consecutive year. Many fans were critical of White early on, especially with the pressure of coaching superstar Caitlin Clark and a roster that struggled with consistency. The situation grew even more dire with Clark missing significant time due to injuries, along with 4 other season-ending setbacks for the team. Despite losing their star player for most of the season, the Fever persevered, clinching their playoff spot with a decisive win over the Washington Mystics on September 7th. Now, social media is buzzing with praise for Coach White, with fans calling her a contender for Coach of the Year. Say what you will, but my vote for Coach of the Year is Stephanie White. Through everything, different personnel, in and out of the lineup, players quitting on her, and personal struggles, she took this team to the playoffs for a second season in 2 years without her best player, one ex-user exclaimed. Another fan added, Stephanie White is a great coach. Haters have nothing to say now. She has helped us stay composed, and with all the injuries, we still make the playoffs without Caitlin Clark. The sentiment is clear. Stephanie White's resilience and coaching prowess have been instrumental in the Fever's success this season. This incredible comeback story is just the beginning. But can the Fever maintain this momentum? And what's next for Sophie Cunningham after her stunning, sick joke comment? Sophie Cunningham calls Fever injuries a sick joke after playoff clinch. The Indiana Fever have secured a playoff spot, but not everyone is celebrating without reservations. Amidst the jubilation, player Sophie Cunningham has voiced her frustration over the team's injury-plagued season, calling the situation a sick joke. The Fever have been hit hard with ailments, losing key players like Caitlin Clark, Chloe Bibby, Sydney Carlson, Ari McDonald, and Cunningham herself to season-ending injuries. Cunningham, who tore her MCL and required surgery, expressed her disbelief after a team photo of injured players circulated online. Despite these significant setbacks, the Fever have managed to string together wins, including victories against the Chicago Sky and Washington Mystics, improving their record to 23-20 and securing 3rd place in the Eastern Conference. Cunningham, who is averaging 8.6 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 1.2 assists before her injury, had her promising first year with the Fever cut short. Her comments highlight the immense challenges the team has overcome, adding a layer of raw emotion to their playoff achievement. While Cunningham's words sting, the team's spirit is undeniable. But how did the stars themselves, including Caitlin Clark, react to finally making the playoffs? Clark, Cunningham, Hull celebrate Fever's hard-fought playoff berth. The Indiana Fever are headed to the WNBA Playoffs, and the team's stars are sharing their joy. Despite a season marred by significant injuries, including season-ending blows to Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham, the Fever clinched their spot with a dominant victory over the Washington Mystics. Players took to social media to commemorate the achievement. Caitlin Clark, who is sidelined for the remainder of the season, reposted the team's celebratory announcement. Sophie Cunningham, also out with an ACL injury, shared the Fever's post, while Lexi Hull, who contributed 7 points and 2 assists in the clinching game, did the same. The team's resilience has been remarkable, overcoming the loss of key players like Clark, Cunningham, Sydney Carlson, and Ari McDonald. With one regular season game left against the league-leading Minnesota Lynx, the Fever are looking to solidify their playoff seeding, aiming for either the 6th or 7th spot before the postseason officially kicks off on September 14th. This playoff berth is a testament to the team's grit and determination throughout a challenging year. This playoff celebration is well-deserved, but how can fans tune in to see the Fever's final regular season showdown? How to watch Indiana Fever versus Minnesota Lynx. Time, TV channel, and streaming. Get ready, Fever fans. The Indiana Fever are wrapping up their regular season tonight with a crucial matchup against the league-leading Minnesota Lynx. After clinching their playoff spot with a decisive win against the Washington Mystics, the Fever, 23-20, will host the Lynx, 33-9, in their final regular season game. While the Lynx have already secured the top seed and will be resting some starters, the Fever are looking to improve their playoff seeding to the number 6 spot. Indiana will be without several key players due to season-ending injuries, including Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, Sydney Carlson, Ari McDonald, and Chloe Bibby. The game is set to tip off at 6:30 p.m. CT and will be broadcast on ESPN. Fans can also stream the action live on Fubo, which offers a free trial for new customers. Don't miss this final opportunity to see the Fever in action before the WNBA playoffs begin. That's all the news for today, but we'll be back with more. What a season it's been for the Indiana Fever. And that's a wrap on today's headlines. We saw Stephanie White silencing doubters and leading the Indiana Fever to the playoffs despite a season of injuries. Sophie Cunningham called the team's injury woes a sick joke, highlighting the incredible adversity they've faced. Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexi Hull celebrated that hard-earned playoff berth, and we told you exactly how to catch the Fever's regular season finale against the Minnesota Lynx. What a wild ride. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the Roger Report for all your breaking sports news, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts, and follow us on all social media platforms. We'll see you next time.